Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to another Fast Friday. So tonight we are running the FARC Larry Lemon Super Series round number 8. Just let me configure my browser to fit the chat window in. There we go. So, FARC Larry Lemon Super Series round 8. Rockford is back as the venue for tonight's race. Rockford Speedway in Loves Park, Illinois. Previously the site of the FARC Low Dollar Series finale, but no longer. But, the FARC Super Series late models are still in action here, as they were last year. And, hello, Video Like Pro. Gervin from the Wolf Station Wagon. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. So, a quick look at the point standings coming into this race. Bobby Porteau has a commanding lead over his brother Hamilton after 7 of 12 races. 130 points separate the Porteau brothers. Bobby Porteau is a favorite to win his second Super Series title. Chris Henke, coming off of a dominant win at the Adirondack Speedway in New York, sits third in points. He lapped the entire field that night. That is no exaggeration. He literally lapped everybody up to second place. So, will we have that kind of performance tonight? I'm not sure, but we shall see. Carson Crompton sits fourth in points. He's the first driver in the standings without a win. Armand Delpere, fifth in points, also winless. Mike Malone sitting sixth. Has one win, but unfortunately failed to qualify for his for the second time this year. He was the first car out in time trials. So Wes Murray, who did set fast time tonight, sits seventh in points, but Wes Murray, the 55-year-old for Master Sport Racing, rolled a 6 on the die after qualifying. That means we have a full field invert. So starting at the front of the field is Jason Bates in the number 51 for Wild West Racing, and AJ Young, the upset Berlin winner, starts on the outside of the front row. So let's take you through the field. So of course, front row, Jason Bates and AJ Young. How long will they stay there after this race gets started? Matt Pearson and Ben Worthington in row number 2. Christopher Holter, the 316, and Dom Forrest, the 59. Row number 3. Ricky McKenzie and Ralph West, teammate to Jason Bates, in row 4. Row 5, Alfred Jones in the 68, and Phyllis Theodore in the 04. We believe Alfred Jones has a ride lined up for the Low Dollar Series finale, the Smash Beer Oktoberfest Nationals in La Crosse, Wisconsin. News on that will come shortly. Kenny George and Hamilton Porteau, second in points, make up row 6. Tim Burkhalter, number 11. Billy Bob Childers in row number 7. The father-son duo of Chris and Carson Crompton, his son, make up row number 8. Row 9, Isaac Leitner in the 71, Melissa Whitley in the number 66, Rumpel Furniture Machine. Armand Delpere starts 19th. Taylor Brillen, number 9, starts 20th. Andy Pearson, former four-time FARC Low Dollar Series champion, and FARC Super Series champion of 2016, I believe. I could be wrong. I didn't look beforehand. Make up row... Shoot, which row is that? Row... I'm getting mixed up. Row 10, Armand Delpere and Taylor Brillen. Row 11, Andy Pearson and points leader Bobby Porteau. I'm just coming off of being very slightly intoxicated, bear with me. And starting shotgun on the field, Chris Henke and Wes Murray. Wes Murray, your fast time setter. Gonna go 80 laps around the Rockford Speedway. Jason Bates and AJ Young will lead at the start. Engines have been fired. There goes the pace car. looks like everyone gets off the grid. Coming around to take the start, Jason Bates. Former two-time FARC Low Dollar Series race winner. And AJ Young, of course, the Berlin winner. On his outside, green flag in the air. It looks like it's going to be AJ Young escaping with the early lead. And hello, Floyd Fantien and Dan Leckleiter. Welcome to the chat. We got a caution already. Alfred Jones in the 68 has gone around on the front stretch on lap number 2. Ralph West in the 87 up in smoke. Looks like he doesn't have any damage. The engine just let go on its own. And hello, Flora Reina. Welcome to the chat and the stream. So under caution already. AJ Young leads the way. Andy Pearson has hit the pit lane. Does he have a mechanical problem or damage? Ralph West heading into the pits as well. He's obviously done for the day. Looks like that may have been contact with Kenny George. A pretty crazy first lap. We got 3 wide, a lot of bumping as the faster cars that started in the back immediately try to make their way forwards. And Jones and Kenny George just got together, and that was indeed damage that sent Andy Pearson to the pits. See, we're back to the original Rockford. Yes, this is the default version of the track with the pit lane inside the X, which is slightly less broken than than when I moved the pits to the outside of the track. Oh boy, got some trouble lining up. Alright, you know what? I don't like doing this for this stream, but
Drivers!
we're going to play with time and space and forget that start ever happened.
Space-time discontinuities are always fun.
Perhaps the friends that joined us for the Rockford Speedway Low Dollar Series race aren't quite done with FARC yet.
And they could turn out to be valuable partners. Alright, green flag in the air once again, and it's Jason Bates getting away with the lead this time. Oh, we got another crash on the first lap. That's... Oh, and a big mess in turn 1 after the flag. So that was coming back to the caution. Phyllis Theodore gets into the back of Ralph West, takes Ricky McKenzie with him. Took the start, and Bobby Porteau, the points leader, in a rush to get to the front, gets into the back of Taylor Brillin off of turn 2. Wes Murray, fast time setter, hits the wall. He's got a bit of damage on that 54. Melissa Whitley heading into the pits as we go back to the live feed. Looks like she's got a tire down on that 66. Okay, this is a much better lineup this time. Smash Beer product placement? No, it was Mike's Hard. Contrary to popular belief, Smash Beer, it takes you have some trouble getting smashed on that stuff. Pace car is in. Jason Bates leads Melissa Whitley. Last car on the lead lap. Let's see how the whole field gets away. Battle for the lead brewing. AJ Young going for it. And AJ Young officially takes the lead. He uses the inside to do it. Now this track, Rockford Speedway, is progressively banked. The top is more highly banked than the bottom, so passing on the inside can be difficult. And if you can pull it off, that means you're really overpowering your opponent. It's not about quality, it's about quantity. Phyllis Theodore making some moves. From 4th, almost to 2nd in the span of 1 lap, but she's going to challenge Jason Bates for that spot. Melissa Whitley doing a good job staying in front of the leader. Bobby Porteau having a lot of trouble making his way towards the front. Oh, we got a crash in front of him. Tim Burkhalter and Andy Pearson have gone around. Porteau hits the wall, coming back to the flag.
Ooh. And that was a close call for the 71 against the pit wall there.
Yes, that quite treacherous pit wall. Where we had that massive wreck in the Rockford 200 last year.
Also with the 71 car.
Yes.
Oh no.
Isaac Leitner with his encounter with the pit wall, possibly reminding his car owner, Packer Carroll, of a moment he'd like to forget.
Oh no.
I drive to work at a faster average speed than this race. Says Hetzel. Alright, let's have a look at that. It's Andy Pearson going 3 wide with Chris Henke and Tim Burkhalter, and they just decided to not make that work. No one giving each other any real estate. One lap to go till the green, which we will get on lap number 18 of 80. AJ Young continues to lead. Phyllis Theodore behind him. Theodore sitting in the 2nd spot. Finished last in FARC Super Series points last year. She's having a much better season this time around. We get the green once again. Ben Worthington making a move for 4th on Matt Pearson. Hamilton Porteau, the 42. Could get around him, though. Looks like Porteau's gonna complete the pass in this corner or the next couple of corners. Meanwhile, for the lead, Phyllis Theodore against AJ Young. Will she have an easy or a hard time of doing that? Hello, Dirters. Welcome to the stream. Side by side, the 04 and the 26. They look fairly evenly matched right now. So that's the challenge of the Rockford Speedway. Jason Bates holding third against Matt Pearson and Hamilton Porteau. Phyllis Theodore looks like she's going to take the lead soon enough. She has officially taken the lead. She's going to get in front of the 26 soon enough. She's got a slight advantage. Almost does it that time, but she bobbled a bit off of 2. And now we're coming up on lapped traffic now. 9 of Taylor Brillin, the first one to go a lap down very shortly. Bobby Porteau has taken off like a rocket. He's up to 9th within 10 laps of the restart.
Looks like that impact with the wall didn't hurt much.
Might have helped him, for all we know.
Who knows? Yeah.
Battle for 4th, Hamilton Porteau and Matt Pearson. Leaders have gotten around Taylor Brillin, but now Phyllis Theodore has encountered the 87 of Ralph West. Got a lot of damage on that car. And that's her car owner in the 25, Armand Dilpere. Looks like she's going to put him a lap down pretty easily. AJ Young still sitting in 2nd. Jason Bates still 3rd. So the drivers who started on the front row are still doing okay. And Armand Dilpere has gone into the pit wall, it looks like.
And he gets hit by Matt Pearson.
Yeah, they were getting awfully close together around the 04. It was making me nervous.
So it looks like Andy Pearson got into the back of the 11. Ooh, that's a big hit.
And almost into the leader.
So Matt Pearson's in the pits with damage.
What happened to the tire? To the tire attenuator that's normally on that wall?
Oh, it's just a single water barrel. That'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll hold up.
The game is NASCAR Racing 2003 season. There are also a few, like MediaFire downloads of the whole game. If someone happens to have a reliable link to that, would they mind posting it? Actually, did I enable links in the stream chat? I don't remember. I apologize if I didn't.
You asking those in the stream or
Yeah,
anyone?
just anyone. Anyone listening right now. But
I'll go grab.
Gonna go back to racing on lap 38, just a few laps shy of halfway. Phyllis Theodore continues to lead. I heard an impact. Okay, it looks like it was nothing. May have been Kenny George in the 50 hitting the wall. I saw him way down to the inside. Oh, we got 3 wide gone wrong. Melissa Whitley into the wall, but she keeps it straight. We stay green. For third, Hamilton Porteau coming after Jason Bates. And we got another caution. And it looks like a couple more cars may have hit that outside pit wall. Christopher Holter, the 316, and Tim Burkhalter, the 11. Oh, Matt Pearson's gone around. Oh, and Burkhalter just drove straight into that wall.
Oh, goodness.
I'm
The
not
12
sure
nearly
what
went
he
over.
was thinking. And Wes Murray, again, was the set the fast time. Was involved quite heavily, looks like, as well as Dom Forrest in the 59. Dom Forrest goes out. As well as Christopher Holter, possibly Tim Burkhalter. Burkhalter's still sitting in the pits. Crew working on that 11. Yep.
The description
okay.
to that video has the link to download the game, and the video has instructions.
So,
It's also...
Which video?
Did it not show up yet?
No, I must not have enabled links.
Yeah.
There's also... I also just posted one on Discord. John Norton has it up on his website.
Okay. Well, this person looking for the game is not on the Discord.
Ah. Oops.
So, oh, did the link show up for him? Huh. Anyway, we're about to go back to green. Lap number 47. Phyllis Theodore takes off once again. And, Jason Bates kept Hamilton Porteau from grabbing third. Oh, 3 wide again. 2 cars in the wall. Carson Crompton and Matt Pearson. Carson Crompton running 6th. But looks like Billy Bob Childers just got that spot. 2 more cars in the wall. Ben Worthington into the inside wall now. Crazy restart. Ben Worthington still hanging on to 9th. As Phyllis Theodore runs away from the field. AJ Young running away with 2nd. From 3rd on back, it's a madhouse. Bobby Porteau's made his way up into the top 5 now. Contact for 3rd. Ralph West quickly dispatched, put into the wall. 3 wide for 3rd now. Porteau brothers and Jason Bates. Bobby Porteau makes that look easy.
They've sure been pushing their luck the last several laps.
Phyllis Theodore has set the fastest lap of the race so far, but 2nd is Bobby Porteau. So let's see what he can do with a clear racetrack in front of him. Clear for the time being. Phyllis Theodore about to hit the back of the field in short order. Yeah, not quite as Madhouse. This isn't Bowman Gray. Bowman Gray will be coming up in just a few races.
Oh boy.
I think I put Bowman Gray on the Super Series schedule.
It'll be coming up in 2 races.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, that'll be a nice change of pace to have a calm race for once.
Bowman Gray, or How Not to Exit Pit Road. Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing with these ovals that have right-hand pitting. There won't be nearly as many of those next year. As fun as some of those are otherwise. So lapped cars mixing it up a bit in front of the leader. Phyllis Theodore trying to get by before these guys do anything else. AJ Young dealing with these lapped cars now. Oh, do mobile users see links? Regardless. I guess. That's what it sounds like to me. Oh, AJ Young taking a big risk, making it 3 wide with those lapped cars. Taylor Brillin just went into the wall. Phyllis Theodore about to be 14 laps away from her first career FARC Super Series victory after finishing dead last in the points last year. Big comeback for her. And Jason Bates has fallen back. No, not so much. He's in 6th, but Theodore's just been lapping people so quickly. She's about to lap 6th place.
Was Theodore racing with this team last year?
I think she was.
I can't quite remember myself.
Bobby Porto could be catching AJ Young for 2nd before the end of this race, but Theodore's long gone. Oh, I heard a big crash. Kenny George having some problems. And Ricky McKenzie getting involved as well. What happened to Kenny George? So it looks like Kenny George made a move for the pits, but hits the wall. Let's see, before I race anything here again, I should probably get rid of that. But he sat in the middle of the track and got Ricky McKenzie caught up. Oh, we've got a caution with under 10 to go. Good news for Phyllis Theodore. She's got a lot of lapped cars. 5 lapped cars in between her and 2nd place AJ Young. AJ Young has 4 lapped cars in between himself and 3rd place Bobby Porto. I bring this up because on any restarts with less than 10 laps to go, lapped cars no longer line up on the inside. They restart where they are lined up currently. Which helps to alleviate any potential chaos that might happen on a restart with so close to the end of the race, but it's a huge inconvenience for anybody behind the leader. So 1 to go. We'll be getting the restart with 5 laps remaining. Phyllis Theodore staring at her first FARC Super Series victory. 5 cars left on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, Chris Hankey, who of course lapped the field on his way to his Adirondack win last week. Green flag back in the air. Not sure how much fighting we'll see for the positions towards the front of the field unless some of these guys get get wrecked by the lapped cars. Right now it's clear sailing for Phyllis Theodore. 3 to go. AJ Young sitting second. His best run since his win at Berlin. Phyllis Theodore comes around to take the white flag with a huge lead over AJ Young. Oh, could we see a fight for second, maybe, between the 26 and the 15? Probably not, but Phyllis Theodore's crossed the line to take the win already. AJ Young holds off Bobby Porteau for second.
Unfortunately for Young, the leader's engine did hold out this time.
Very much so. Hello, Ari Chirno does Wolfus. Welcome to the stream that is unfortunately about to end in the next couple of minutes, as the race just ended. Oh, it looks like Chris Henke got by Hamilton Porteau for fourth at the end of that run. So Phyllis Theodore finished dead last in the Super Series standings last year, scores her first career win tonight. That's going to be huge for her points run. So before anything happens with the game, let's save the results and replay.
I thought that was a fun race.
Yes, it was.
Plenty of on-track action. Was that edited from the original Rockford, or was that just the original download?
I've obviously made some I changes, but
Okay.
I haven't made any geometry changes.
Gotcha.
And there's the 04 car sitting right there, the Dilpair Transmissions machine, which I painted, and not to brag, but I like what I did with the Dilpair cars.
I was actually just about to ask who painted that. Those are my favorite cars here.
Thank you. All right, let's go into RPM and calculate points. So I have run the FARC Low Dollar Series at Tulsa, the Chili Bowl track. Details on that and the video will be coming soon enough.
Woo!
And that was a pretty fun race, too. This is just called Race 1, Race 2, and so on, because Super Series is not good enough for title sponsors. I am sorry. And Wes Beret unfortunately dropped out, but he does get the 10 bonus points for taking the fast time. Everything else looks good. All right, let's see what our standings look like. So Chris Henke has taken second in points from Hamilton Porteau. So that last minute on track pass for fourth helped him out. So AJ Young vaults up to fifth in points with his second place finish. Phyllis Theodore up into ninth, but it's still Bobby Porteau at the head of the field, extending his points lead a little bit. Did he extend his lead? Let's see. Yes, he did. So he extended his lead to 142 points over Chris Henke. Hamilton Porteau back to third. Carson Crompton remains in fourth, but it's AJ Young in fifth.
As expected.
All right. So, that will do it for tonight's FARC Super Series race. So, just 4 races left in the Super Series campaign. 4 races left in the FARC Truck Series. I did a little bit of work, did a lot of work, in fact, on Indianapolis Speedrome. The 1/5 miler, I set up a pit lane on the inside for the Truck Series, but there are still some quirks with that track that I need to fix before I can run that race, so that's why we're not doing that race tonight. We'll do it some other time. But Indy Speedrome, more than likely the next race for the FARC Truck Series. And as I mentioned earlier, the Chili Bowl is the next low dollar series race. That race has already been run. It was a fun race. So I'll probably have the video up sometime next week. Or maybe even this weekend if I'm really ambitious.
Woo!
So thank you all for joining me on another Fast Friday. And I'll see you all next time.